Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In this video we're talking about Xbox, Nintendo, Celeste, and more. Let's get started. Alright, we'll kick things off here talking about Microsoft, and this news is really starting to get some traction. Apparently Xbox banned emulators from the Xbox storefront, and a lot of people are upset, and understandably so. So here's the tweet that got a lot of people talking, and I might butcher this name, but it's from Aliana McKenna, who is a developer at Azure and does kind of have ties to Microsoft. And it starts out with, I'll copy and paste my email from a friend at the Xbox QA team. Thanks for getting in touch with us about the recent ban on emulators on the Xbox storefront. We appreciate your interest and concerns. To answer your questions, the primary reason for the ban is related to legal issues with Nintendo. While emulating itself is not illegal, it can be used to play games from consoles that are still under copyright protection without permission, which can create issues with Nintendo and its affiliates. Additionally, we take security seriously, and some emulators require permissions beyond what is typical for an app. This could create a potential security risk, as these permissions can be exploited by bad actors to gain access to sensitive information. For these reasons, we have made the decision to ban emulators on the Xbox storefront. However, and this is big, we understand that many users have dev mode enabled to run legal emulation. We don't seek to remove this ability, as it doesn't grant access to the retail components of the system and is considered safe. Unlike retail emulators, dev mode is limited to certain functionalities and doesn't have system read-write functionality. And on top of all of that, there's still even more. This tweet is absolutely golden. That said, we are still exploring ways to allow safe and legal emulation on Xbox. We are in talks with legitimate emulator developers to bring their software onto our platform, while ensuring that all copyright laws and security protocols are followed. I am not going to lie here, there's quite a bit to unpack, so I highlighted what I think is the most important. The primary reason for the ban is related to legal issues with Nintendo. This is not surprising. It's disappointing, but it's not surprising at all. I mean, Nintendo has proven time and time again that they don't like emulation in any way, shape, or form. And the fact that they're going after Microsoft here is kind of par for the course. Microsoft says, and this is absolutely huge, emulating itself is not illegal. So Nintendo's stance is, you know what, you can do illegal things with emulators, so you should ban emulators. And my response to that would be, you know what, Nintendo, you can do illegal things with this pen. It doesn't mean that we have to ban pens. So if you're now wondering, why didn't Microsoft just completely ignore Nintendo here? Well, there might be a couple of reasons. One, Nintendo might have threatened legal action or started legal action. Who knows? And number two, Microsoft and Nintendo are kind of business partners. They are separate companies, but at the same time, Microsoft wants their games on Nintendo Switch, and they want Nintendo Switch games on Xbox. It's no secret there, so it's nice to make sure your business partners are happy. So in my opinion here, the silverest of linings is the fact that Microsoft and, well, apparently Nintendo realize and recognize that emulation is legal, and I'll take that as a big win. And speaking about Nintendo, next up we're talking about SNES emulation on Android with SNES 9X EX Plus. And SNES 9X EX Plus just got a brand new update. So here's the full list of changes for the update, and SNES 9X EX Plus is now on par with SNES 9X 1.62.2, which we've talked about in previous videos. There's now a separate fast and slow mode. They've simplified frame rate options and fixed a shader on Mali GPUs. Next up, we're talking about N64 emulation on PC with Rosalie's Mupen GUI, or RMG for short. And RMG just got a brand new update. At the time of filming, version 0.3.9 is the latest update. There's a bunch of bug fixes here and some really nice additions. They've added in support for 7-zip files, and they've added in analog stick sensitivity settings to the RMG input. And they've also added in edit game input settings to the context menu of the ROM browser. And speaking about adding stuff in, next up we're talking about the Playdate, and arguably here the Playdate just got its best game. The Pico 8 version of Celeste Classic has been ported to it, and if you are thinking about picking up a Playdate, you might want to do so sooner rather than later. It's going up $20 in price here from $179 to $199 very shortly. If you own a Playdate, let me know in the comments below and let me know what you think about it. And last up here, we're talking about the weird but interesting Nokia N-GAGE. If you are curious about this one, EKA2L1 has just released their 2023 video on how to set up and play N-GAGE 2.0 games on EKA2L1 PC. I'll drop a link to it in the description below. And on a side note here, for those of you who absolutely love fight sticks, Hush My Sweet, a moderator on Reddit Fight Sticks, has started up a YouTube page and just hit 1,000 subscribers. They've been releasing some very interesting videos, including some best switches for the Snackbox Micro. I'll leave a link to this channel in the description below, and I do recommend checking it out. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. We talked about a bunch today. Let me know your thoughts about absolutely any of it in the comments below. If you liked this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos, don't tempt fate, save your state.